Hi, Virgo. Oh my God, this is so great. So, paired with the Magician, this is the manifesting card. So, the bottom of the deck, the underlying energies are saying it's um, to have all your ducks in a row so that when manifesting season comes in spring, that you are ready to hit the ground running. You've decided what you want. You're getting all your supplies ready. You're getting your thoughts aligned. You're emotionally rested and ready to pursue this. You have your energy up, and you have any finances and the tangible things you need, all the suits ready to go to manifest what you want out of life. So I feel like this is like a New Year's type energy. And the astrological wheel calendar starts, the beginning of the year is Aries. It starts with Aries. So I would really think about setting some goals, making some lists, like really tangible, practical things that you can do for manifesting. So, if any of your New Year's Eve resolutions, if you make those, revisit them, change them, scrap them all together, and start something new. What do you want to manifest this year? Really think about that. Really take that to heart. Really make some lists. Maybe do what I did on it was fun on Pinterest. I made a vision board and I just pinned, the pins I put in there are things that, whether they're necessarily attainable or not, just sort of dreams I have, things that I want to bring into my life. Like I've always had horses and I haven't had a horse for a couple years now. So I pin things about horses, and I pin things about building my business, and I pin things about, whatever it is you want to do. And that's kind of a fun way. So that would be sort of the 7 of Cups energy. But then it needs to move into like a planner so that you can truly start making them happen. And that's the energy that we're dealing with. That's kind of underlying what's going on this month. So it's a really exciting energy, the 7 of Swords. I've just laid out a few groupings of cards. 10 of Winter, Page of Summer. Oh, Page of Cups twice. Oh no, this is actually the Knight in this deck. The Prince is the Knight. Now we have 2 10 of Swords on the table. This is also the 10 of Swords. The Winter is the sword. And the 3 of Swords. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck of Doreen's cards, we have the 7 of Summer. And for me, this is a card about daydreaming and having a lot of options, but having trouble deciding on one. So I think daydreaming and considering different options is a really important process to go through. Because that's how we dream. That's how we dream about what we could have in the future, what we might like, what we want to manifest. So I don't see this as a negative card at all. I see it as a very beneficial card and a process that has to happen to be able to eventually manifest. The only caution with this card is to make sure that you do actually tangibly pick something and start working on it. It's not some place that you can stay in forever if you want to bring things to fruition on the physical plane. Let's see what she says. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. Analysis paralysis, right? In order to be able to manifest this year, we have 2 10 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. So these are sort of the heartbreak. They're swords cards, so they're really not emotions, but they're finding the truth out about situations and which can hurt and just be be difficult to deal with. But I think if we can really face the truths of what is going on in our lives, how we're self-sabotaging, how we're letting past resentments and past experiences hold us back in the present and the future. And if we can really understand those and make a concerted effort to put those in the past and move on, which is this card is all about, then we're going to have, as I said, gathering all of our tools, our energy, our mental clarity. Get rid of that baggage so that we're able to move on in the future and manifest what we want to manifest. So if any of you had a relationship that ended, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but that went sour recently or in the last year or few years, it's really time to think about that and make sure that sort of we're not allowing sort of visceral reactions from those experiences hold us back or keep us from actively participating in new relationships. Or if we're just going, oh, I'm just going to get hurt. They're just going to end up being assholes. The job's just going to end up being this. That negative thought pattern that we can get stuck in. Let's see, what does Doreen say? Reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness will heal with time. That heals with time. So, find the wisdom in the situation. But we will, because we have two of these 10 of Swords cards. And this is like rock bottom. This is a breakdown, breakthrough. I'm done. I'm never going back to where I was before. So I think for some of you, you did get out of some sort of relationship that was, whether it was abusive or one-sided or just you were going through the motions and it was really nothing that was going to help you manifest any of your goals or feed your soul or do anything with aligning you with why you feel like you're here on this earth in the first place. But you had been participating in it for so long and something, it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. You're just like, it's a wake-up call. You're like, the hell am I doing? And then you're just done. You're just like, you can't ignore the elephant in the room. You can't allow yourself to be treated that way anymore. And it's good because, 10 is an ending and a beginning. It's the conclusion and the beginning of a new cycle. So this is saying that you are ready to put an end to resentments of the past, and move forward. Let's see what Doreen says. A resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. Yeah. Codependent no more. And then so here you go. You're ready to move on. You're ready to dream again about what. Sometimes we get stuck in some negative situation in our lives. It doesn't have to be our entire life, but it doesn't take too much for one negative part to contaminate the rest, right? To forget, to have hope and what do we want to you can manifest no matter how old you are. You can bring in new things. You're not stuck in any box. You're not defined by anything except for your own limitations that you put on yourself. So dare to dream. Dare to start figuring out how to manifest what you want in life. And here's a new emotional beginning because of changing that mindset. The Page of Cups, putting yourself out there again. Water is emotions. He's gathering some water. Ready to get back out there if you've had a breakup, dating again, having dealt with these past hurts. I mean, this could be a past from last month. This could be a hurt from childhood. We can hang on to things forever. So really think about things that you hang on to and how you can let go so it doesn't hold you back. And then we have this Knight of Cups. This is an offer. So once we can sort of allow ourselves to be open to new things, boom, here comes new offers. But we have to be open to it. And I think we are not as open as we may think we are. Let's see what Doreen says. Romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet. The need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. So this is a very positive card. And I think because of the past experiences, the getting swept off your feet is not something that we will allow to happen without keeping one foot on the ground. I mean, even the page, often the pages are all the way up to their neck in the water, just wading in their emotions, and they can easily get swept away. But this page is just sampling the water and still has its feet firmly on the ground. Yeah, this is really a month to dream and set some goals, and set small goals that just set really small, attainable, tangible goals. And instead of saying, oh, I want to start my own business, I mean, that just becomes completely overwhelming, I think, right from the get-go. Could be enough to make people go, I can't do that. That's not attainable. But figure out what type of business you want to do. You know what I mean? I want to help people. I want to work in the soil, in the garden, or, I want to work outside. I want to work with children. I'm good with numbers. I want to do something with math. Start there, and then sort of do some research, and then maybe narrow down, and then maybe figure out taking a class or talking to someone that does that, and see or a few people, see what their experience is. But, just really break it down into a lot of very small, manageable pieces. And understand that this manifesting could take a very long time, but you need to start, and you need to start getting your ducks in a row if you're going to be able to go there. It's a really, really nice energy. It's a really exciting energy. It aligns really well. And I just feel spring in the air, and excitement and newness, and the eagerness and openness to start fresh, start new, start down a new path, and really refresh and refurbish and recycle our life into something, reuse our life and make something fresh and new out of it, and reinvent. That's what I'm trying to get at. Reinvent ourselves and our lives, and give ourselves a makeover, our whole lives a makeover, and really start fresh. So when spring's here, we're just hitting the ground running and happy. I just feel a lot of joy. So look forward to that, and you can start as soon as whenever you watch this video. Get excited and try to really focus on that positive energy coming in, and how you can channel it into the best possible way for yourself. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.